Sweating to the truth, nothing but the truth. Put my hands on the Bible, y'all point me to the booth. Sweating to the truth. Yo, new season, new colors, new merch, new swag. Go over to CASHAPP and get in your bag with our latest gear. I promise you won't be disappointed. Rep the kingdom, I rock in his image. Every order and purchase goes into helping me bring you better content. And so every order and purchase is greatly appreciated. We thank you for the support, and as always, peace and love. Yo, what's going on with it, man? So I got a good one for you all today, bro. So Candace Owens, man, my girl been on it, bro. She been on it lately. Candace Owens came out and she made a tweet and got people a little bothered. But she made a tweet and said, "Gangster rap was never black culture. It was created by the feds who preferred deals to homosexual black men in prison and then turned them into artificial celebrities. The goal was to create false idols to destroy black American values." I will never change my mind on this. Ice Cube replied to that and said, "We called it reality rap. The industry coined it gangster rap. The fans wanted gangster rap, and that's what they got. The feds didn't write none of my ish. I'm a real MC." But I always say this when it comes to gangster rap. So it's not the rap that's causing the people to go out and shoot somebody or kill people or go and steal from people or do drugs or anything like that. Although I would say that Future had his hand in Juice WRLD's death, but that's for another time, another day. I actually talk about that in this video right here. But I always say it doesn't make you necessarily go out and do it, but it reinforces the negativity through the glorifying of the bullcrap. So when you hear these people talking about, yeah, I shot a couple niggas, I sold this and that, I had sex with this and that, I slapped this and that, I'm on my thug and this and that. Another thing, people or kids, young minds, think that stuff is cool, for one, because it's being glorified, but for two, because these people are so high up on the social ladder, right? These people are so respected in and out of the community. You see them on talk shows. You see them at sporting events talking to NBA analysts. Shoot, you even see these people with presidents and all that stuff. But that's one reason why I would definitely say that we shouldn't worship these people, because we see what they're about. We see that their values are wrong. So that lets us know that it's something that's wrong with this culture. Now, do I necessarily believe that? Do I necessarily believe that it was created by the government? I'll say this: the government definitely has his hand in it. I'll say that. And we even remember Ice Cube saying on Bill Maher's show not too long ago that the media execs are tied into with the people that own the prisons, whether that be the government or whether that be private prisons. A lot of media, record label execs are tied in with these people.
Same people who own the labels own the prisons.
Literally the same people?
Literally the same people who own the labels own private prisons. The records that come out are really geared to push people towards that prison industry.
But they didn't make you write those lyrics.
It's not about making somebody write the lyrics. It's about being there as guardrails to make sure certain songs make it through and certain songs don't. You know, some records are made by committee, meaning record company guys sit around and tell the artists, this is hot, say that, do this. We're gonna have this guy write the lyrics. We're gonna have that. You have, the record company pushing the narrative, some social engineering going on here to make sure those prisons stay full.
Well, if you listen to the things that the rappers talk about, is death and destruction. And most people that live their lives in that type of way, deathly and destructively, they end up going to prison where they end up becoming slaves to the system. Now, if we pay attention to a lot of the stuff that the government been on for these last past for years now, let's say that for years now, it's definitely been on some shady stuff. When you talk about the war in Nicaragua, let's talk for the drugs, the JFK stuff. You talk about MK Ultra. When you talk about Operation Mockingbird, you talk about Operation Paperclip, and so many other things, and even the stuff with Trump. We see what's going on with Trump, and how the DOJ has been weaponized against him. But you see all of these things taking place, and it makes you wonder, is there a bigger conspiracy behind it? Now, me personally, I definitely believe that. Um, but in terms of, I'm speaking on the government and the administration that's in office now, so to say. Um, the things that they represent are totally immoral, are totally depraved, degeneracy, debauchery. You even remember when Kamala Harris had Meg Thee Stallion to come out and perform for her for some type of concert or whatever. But you see the values and things that this current administration represents. Well, think about rap music. Think about rap music and what it represents. If you put two and two, if you put two and two together, it would seem as if the government would have its hand in it. Because if you actually live the life that the rappers told you to live, and many do, then people actually end up being physically subjugated or in physical captivity. What do I mean by that? So if I go out and just kill somebody, if I go out and just go out here and sell dope, if I go out here and do illegal activities, usually what happens is people wind up in jail, thus physically subjugated, physically captivated, meaning becoming a slave to the system. What I believe is that the government administration uses all of these uh, debaucheral, I just created a word, ways, degenerative ways, to push for lawlessness so that people will, in some sense or some type of way, feel what they would call some type of liberation and be free from moral restraints. So much so that people will delve so deep into their debauchery, into their degeneracy, into their lawlessness, that we as a people will become slaves to the system, the government. Because think about it, if everybody lived in this way that the rappers told us to live, and it's not just the rappers, but it's what's being pushed from other um, media markets or institutions as well. But if we actually live these ways, then you would have to there would have to be another entity to step in, and a third party entity, whatever, step in to actually take total control, because the people are out of control and you have to get it in order. So the reason for me that you don't see the government correcting this thing over here, and as big as it's become, and I'm talking about rap, as big as it's become, as much money as it made, but you see what it's actually doing to the communities. Because I do believe that the government is using that as a tool to control the masses, and I believe that's just one, along with many. So do I think that the government has its hand in rap music? I most definitely do, because of that. Because they want control. And again, when you push lawlessness, then people come under physical subjugation. You see it in the Bible many times. When Israel became sexually immoral, when they delved into the things that they weren't supposed to do, God always sent them into captivity. He always sent them into exile. It was never a time that it wasn't. Never. You can fact check me on that. You go read the Bible and see any time that Israel fell into sexual sin, into debauchery, into degeneracy, they always came under physical captivity. And I do believe that that's the goal of the government here now, through all this LGBTQ, all this abortion stuff, all this a man can be a woman and a woman can be a man. All this is degeneracy, is debauchery. Quite frankly, is stupidity, and it's easy to control. Excuse my language, but stupid people, because they have no knowledge of the truth. But man, let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace, love. I'm out.
100, 100, 100, that's all I know. Ain't taking a dime off. We working, and that for sure. Ain't taking no time off. We serving, deliver hope. Forget all that crime talk. 100, 100, 100, that's all I go. Yeah, that be what I'm